Hey, automotive adventurers. This video is going to be a little bit different than my norm because this wasn't me running the show, which isn't a bad thing. My friend Bill from Flatbroke Garage, he invited me to go on an adventure with him, our friend Steve, who owns the junkyard down in Tennessee. And we traveled around Southeast Tennessee, Georgia, North Carolina, and it was his game. I just recorded the cool stuff that he showed me, so there's no rhyme or reason to it. And then later on, we went to this guy. His name it's also Steve, but it's Steve from the Phillips Run, Drip, and Bubble Company. He's on YouTube, Facebook, I think Instagram. He does a podcast, but he allowed us to see his cool collection as well. So it's a little bit, it jumps around a little bit, like from car to car to car, but I think you'll like it. It's a lot of cool stuff. So let me know what you think. Enjoy. This right here is a 1970 Dodge Coronet RT 440 car. This right here is a 1956 Plymouth Fury. This one looks to have, which way do I go? Has the Poly, probably 318, maybe 325 in it. This is the style of car that was used in the movie Christine. It's really at the back of a mountain. That drop off, you may not see it in the video, but that drop off is pretty darn fierce. No, I mean, literally, it'll fall off the edge of the mountain. I'm here with my friend Bill from Flatbroke Garage.
Looking at Mopars.
Yeah, we're looking at Mopars. And a Ford.
And one Ford.
One Ford. But this thing looks like it has everything other than that front piece of trim, which I bet you is probably inside. They're based off of like Frigidaire refrigerator handles.
Very cool.
Yeah, this thing is neat. Here's the other side of the Fury. I need the stick. Unfortunately, there's crazy cobwebs. Yeah, look at that spider right here.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh, there's two of them.
Look at the size of that spider right there.
Oh yeah, holy wow! Look at that thing. Now don't fling it. Actually, I'm not going to go that way. Now I got to worry about one crawling on me because I could walk through a web earlier.
One over here too.
Yeah.
So I got the stick.
That's why I got the stick too. But I got to get over that Coronet RT. Here's a Dodge truck. All right. Oh yeah, Dodge, like a Phoenix or something. Oh, there's another Fury. That's an earlier one. Yeah, I think so. All right.
Look at it. There's another one right there.
Great. You're gonna have to check my hair before I. Oh, you okay? Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Look at this web here. Be careful.
Look at that spider. See him?
Yeah, I see it right there. No, don't.
Why? I don't want to walk into it. Do you?
No. But now you put it on the tree where I have to walk.
There. He's right there. He's wrapped in his own web.
Okay.
See it? Look at his legs right there.
Okay, I'm happy for you.
I'm just saying.
I need to walk past this way. Ooh, an Imperial. This right here is the last of the Imperials. 81 through 83. Right here. I'm only slightly bleeding, don't worry. Yeah. No, I caught a branch. Yeah. But yeah, this right here is a 1970 Dodge Coronet RT 440 car. So I really doubt a Hemi would be out here. Here's a Dodge Murata. Ooh, drop my stick. All right. Okay, so in this part of the yard, there's a 1960, let's say 5 Plymouth Sport Fury, and it's even got the rare wheel lip, the wheel things, blanking on what they're called right now. I think I've been bitten by every mosquito. And here's another like 65 Sport Fury. Oh yeah, look at the mosquitoes. Oh jeez. But here is the money. 1970 Dodge Coronet RT, 440 automatic car. You can see the side scoops. Ah, I can see it's a console car, automatic on the floor, bucket seat, standard wheel. There's an Imperial there, a Murata, Dodge stuff, 75 Fury, Chrysler Newport, and then it goes up the mountain that way, and nothing really down the mountain that way. 67 or 66. Oh no, actually it might be a 6. Chrysler Newport convertible, Chrysler Cordoba, and a lot of other stuff. But we're done. We're covered in spiders. I don't have any blood left, so we're done. Okay, we've moved on to the owner's other little piece of property, and he's got this really nice little 68 Dodge Dart, just plain Jane, nothing special car. Not a GT, GTS, nothing, just slant 6, basic, cool car. All right, moving through the yard a little bit. Here's a 1989 Shelby Dakota, very rare. And they're kind of not the greatest truck. They had a 318 TBI engine in them, so they were underpowered. But a lot of fun. A friend of mine had one. This right here is a 1978 Dodge Aspen RT. You can see if someone's hot rod, it's got the factory slats on this window. It's not on the other side. It's got the spoiler. It's got no engine in it, but I know it's an automatic on the floor. I love these cars, especially like the RTs and the Super Coupes. Oh, with T-tops, it's awesome. And then some Fords. Over here, it's a 1971 Plymouth Sport Fury 4-door. Or maybe it might be a Grand Coupe. I think it's a Sport Fury. Even though, you know, it doesn't have the Sport Fury dual scoop hood, but it's got the hideaway headlights. I don't know if you could tell, but that is pretty neat. These things, I love these. I love 70, 71 Sport Furies, especially the GTs with 440, 446 pack or 6 barrel. They're really neat. This right here is a 1967, I believe. Yeah, Barracuda notchback. But can you tell? Barely. The hill is absorbing it. I'm not going to get in there because there's snakes and other things that want to hurt me. This right here is C3 Corvette Go-Kart. It's been sitting here for a little while. Unfortunately, I don't want to move around too much. There's some sort of rattlesnake that lives in this area.
What did Dodge do? This
right here is a 1974 Dodge Custom 300. And it's so weird. It's a 1-ton. It's a long wheelbase. It's a long bed step side, which is pretty rare. And it's an old like forestry Department of Engineers truck. It's a 4-speed with a bench seat. And it's actually really, really cool. Really neat. You can see even the tailgates there. Unfortunately, there's a lot of snakes here, so I'm not going to go any closer. But I would buy this thing in a heartbeat. But there's no engine in it right now. That right there is a 1978 Dodge Super Coupe go-kart body. And one of these is probably the chassis to it. He's also got an old Valvoline go-kart, an old NASCAR go-kart, and a 32 Ford go-kart. But, you know, my desire is the Aspen Super Coupe one. That thing is just so cool. I mean, what would you do with these? I'd pull them out and get them. I know people that would kill for these.
Predator motors.
Yeah, little Predator motors or something on them. That would be neat. This right here is a 19, I'm not sure, 31, 32. I'm sure someone will tell me. I don't know these pre-war Model A's. I mean, not there was a post-war, but I don't know Model A's very well. But this thing has been here a while. And it's not for sale, unfortunately. But how neat a car is that? Still got the tire on the mount in the back. It's got a folding chair as the inside. But it's not something you expect to see in the mountains. Or maybe it is. This adventure was unique for the fact that I wasn't in charge, which made it that much more exciting because I had no idea what to expect. I mean, my friend Bill had told me about like the coronet and that there was some cool stuff sitting out there, but we were all surprised by the quantity and quality of the cars out there. The Barracuda, the 70 Coronet RT, all the C bodies, those were really neat. I just wish we had had more time. With the way the day was going, we had actually visited another smaller yard before this that kind of was a dud. But this yard, because it's on the side of a mountain, it was hard to get to. And then all the spiders and the snakes. So, and we wanted to get to other Steve's main base, which is where you see these pictures. Because I was told that he had a bunch of cool stuff there. And the way the timing worked out, so we were on the side of the mountain for like an hour before we ran out of blood and, the spiders started taking over. But all four of us at the end had a great afternoon, fun time, chilling, relaxing. I appreciate both Steve's and Bill for taking the time an entire day to hang out and just do car stuff. And unfortunately, we had to end the day a little, before sunset because Bill got a little stabby. And I'm just kidding. It was a lot of fun, and I'm hope to do it here again soon, just with more time. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed that video with my friends Steve and Bill from Flatbro Garage and Steve from Phillips Run Drip and Bubble Company, who's on YouTube. And they're both Bill and Steve are on, or Steve Phillips are on YouTube. And I will tag them in the description below. That way you can go follow them because they both do pretty cool work. And I was fortunate that they allowed me the opportunity to tag along and go see a bunch of cool stuff. As you can see from my breath, it's cold here in Chicago. We had, I think it was above freezing barely yesterday, but not by much because I got some rags that have been sitting in the garage for 3 or 4 days since my live stream, and they haven't dried yet. So it's supposed to be 50 like on Tuesday, I hope. And I've been going through on the nicer, warmer days and cleaning up the garage. My workbench is almost usable. Unfortunately, I still have to go move the green car and do some stuff. And right now I'm sitting in front of a heater so I don't freeze. But I'm trying to think, nothing really much going on other than getting stuff together for the next few weeks. I'm hoping to go to Southwest Michigan here shortly and document a cool find. And I have to go north to go document some cool stuff, and southwest. Might be going to Detroit. I see that Mancini's doing like, instead of the WPC swap meet, they're doing a little open house, garage sale kind of thing going on. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys all posted on all my socials. But if you have any comments or questions, of course, let me know in the description or in the comments below or any of my social media because I have no life and I keep track of it pretty good. Otherwise, new videos every Monday and sometimes Friday if I do the restoration series on the green car, which I do have 2 that I'm working out, but after that I don't have anything because I haven't done that much work on it lately. But you let me know because all feedback, good or bad, is good feedback because I can't improve without your guys' help. So thank you for watching, thank you for participating, and I will see you all soon. Stay safe.